According to the Independent's report, Tyson has now revealed the reason of taking up the risk of fighting such a young boxer. Tyson is of the opinion that Paul cannot even hurt him. He said that his entire career has been about chasing glory, and enduring pain is nothing in comparison to the glory it brings along. And Mike Tyson's weighed in and said, "Yeah, I'm nervous. It's a big risk." And Mike Tyson supposedly has a fight with Jake Paul coming up in a number of months. Because Mike Tyson has said, "I know if Jake Paul fights somebody before he fights me and he loses, I don't get the opportunity. And I really want the opportunity, because I think I can beat him." Tyson said, "I'm a glory hound. That's all this is about. I have a problem. It's what made me great. It's my strength, but it's also my weakness." And he said, "I want people talking about me." Mike never got to fight during the social media era. Now, if there's ever an athlete that was made for social media, for a quick clip, 11 seconds, 15 seconds, a quote, a scary picture. If there was ever an athlete made for it, it's him. He didn't live through it. Like, one thing that might surprise you is Muhammad Ali has no records. Think about how good you'd have to beat 3 men in a steel cage fight 3 times a year. And he said not only does he need the attention, not only is he chasing that and chasing glory, he said it's a problem that I will have for my entire life, because I'll never get it. Mike Tyson is saying, "I want this fight." He said, "Jake Paul can't hurt me." And he made this fight about something other than money, which has been the huge miss that nobody had. So now they have the answer, and above everything else, he's not resting easy because he's not sure that Paul can get past Perry. And see, I like when people talk about Mike Perry like that. Could you imagine if you're going to the striking arts and Mike Tyson pays you a compliment in the striking arts? I mean, could you imagine? So think about Mike Perry. Mike Perry's some roughneck from somewhere. He puts his then girlfriend, ultimately fiancée, and now wife. He's training with some very good people, but not like in a different way than other people are. Like the fact that Mike Perry is the absolute best in the world at a specific sport. He is the face of a company. It's an amazing thing, but Perry's no different than Tyson. But Mike Perry will have a reason to feel good about himself tonight because he just got a compliment from Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson has been a veteran boxing legend who has been phenomenal in the ring for a long time. Jake Paul, meanwhile, has also been a professional boxer but has attained more name and popularity being a social media star and fitness freak. Tyson finally has come out to reveal why the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul clash was planned in the first place. Mike Tyson is finally throwing light on the big-time rumors circulating around why his showdown against Jake Paul transpired in the first place. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson both come for different timelines, with the latter having hung up his gloves years before. Paul, however, is still fit and agile, and has been looking for such iconic fights. Tyson would live a short life of glory than a long life of obscurity, according to a statement in the Independent. Tyson officially retired from professional in 2006 and has since then been biding his time. When he was challenged for this clash, he did not refuse, even when there were health concerns buzzing around the prospect of it. When asked by Esquire about his motivation for fighting Paul, Tyson turned to his team and asked, "Can I be honest?" The former world champion then told his interviewer, "I don't think he can hurt me, and I'm a glory junkie. I love people thinking about me all day. I'd rather live a short life of glory than a long life of obscurity. It's just who I am. This is all I started fighting for, to get all this facing status. I'm going to be chasing it for the rest of my life, I know that. I'm never going to get what I want because I'm one of those gluttons for pain. I can never get enough." Tyson's fight with Paul will be the 58-year-old's first since 2020, when he drew with Roy Jones Jr. in an exhibition bout. Prior to that contest, Tyson last fought in 2006, when he retired from pro boxing. Paul versus Tyson has been the subject of fierce criticism since it was announced earlier this year. In an unprecedented move, the fight will stream live on Netflix. Jake Paul has revealed Mike Tyson is concerned about their bout being put at risk, as the influencer prepares to fight Mike Perry this weekend. Nearly 20 years after his last professional fight, Tyson was due to take on Paul in a surprise crossover bout on Saturday night, only for it to be postponed due to the 58-year-old suffering a recent ulcer flare-up. A rescheduled date of November 15th has been set, both for Paul versus Tyson and Amanda Serrano's much-anticipated rematch with Katie Taylor on the undercard. Paul has opted to first find a new opponent for this weekend, though, and he will take on former UFC fighter Perry, who has been involved in bare-knuckle boxing over the last 2 years. "This is a Mike appetizer," Paul said. "A Mike warm-up, but they're both killers at the end of the day, and I do have to be sharp. He does have one-punch knockout power that I do have to respect, but other than that, it's going to be easy. This is what I do. I'm here to fight. I love to take risks and do big events. Mike Tyson called and was concerned about this fight jeopardizing the biggest fight of my career. That's what puts the pressure on me, and I love that. I'm not slowing down for anybody. Mike Perry is not going to be the one to stop me. I'm on a path to world championship. I'm not slowing down for anybody. Paul's fight with Tyson had surprisingly been sanctioned as a professional bout. After a review of both fighters from the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, it was set to take place over 8 2-minute rounds, with 14-ounce gloves rather than the standard 10 ounces. There were significant concerns over Tyson's health even before his recent scare, and heavyweight Deontay Wilder has slammed the commission's decision to sanction the bout. He's too old for this, Wilder told Sportsbook Review. We can talk about the pros and cons, but at the end of the day, they don't give a F. I don't think anyone cares about Mike because if they did, they wouldn't sanction the fight. He added, I don't want the last thing I remember of him is him getting knocked out by a YouTuber. Tyson hit back at those comments, telling Esquire, then let Mike get hurt. You don't have to worry about paying my bills. Everyone says this makes no sense, but he's how old? He's not who I am. What was the real reason behind the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight? Tyson finally reveals it. Mike Tyson is finally throwing light on the big-time rumors circulating around why his showdown against Jake Paul transpired in the first place. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson both come for different timelines, with the latter having hung up his gloves years before. Paul, however, is still fit and agile, and has been looking for such iconic fights. He said that his entire career has been about chasing glory, and enduring pain is nothing in comparison to the glory it brings along. Tyson would live a short life of glory than a long life of obscurity, according to his statement in The Independent. Although the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight has been postponed from July 20, when it was initially supposed to take place, it can be held in November this year at the same venue. Mike Tyson has opened up on his motivations for boxing Jake Paul, as the heavyweight legend awaits his delayed fight with the YouTuber. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest drama in the boxing world.